Evelyn first heard of the Velvet Room through whispers, a secret society, forbidden pleasures, a place where desires ran deep and dark. The invitation arrived on a Wednesday, a black card with silver lettering. The Velvet Room awaited. Curiosity, a seductive serpent coiled in her gut. This was a world she yearned to explore, consequences be damned. That night she stood before the address, a nondescript building in the city's underbelly. The air itself seemed heavy, pregnant with unspoken promises. As she crossed the threshold, the world outside, with its mundane reality, ceased to exist. The Velvet Room had swallowed her whole. The air hung thick with the scent of exotic spices and something vaguely metallic, creating an atmosphere of mystery and allure. Crimson drapes swallowed the light, casting the room in a perpetual twilight, a world caught between day and night. The music pulsed, a hypnotic rhythm that throbbed against Evelyn's skin, making her feel alive and electrified. Strangers moved with an animalistic grace, their eyes glittering with a hunger that both intrigued and terrified her, drawing her in. She felt a hand on her arm, a light touch that sent shivers down her spine, awakening a sense of anticipation. A woman, her face obscured by a mask of black lace, smiled, her eyes like pools of liquid obsidian, deep and unreadable. "Welcome, Evelyn," she purred, her voice a silken whisper that promised secrets and hidden delights. "The night is young. Let me show you what wonders we hold," she said, her tone filled with promise. Evelyn, her heart pounding a frantic tattoo against her ribs, allowed herself to be led deeper into the labyrinthine heart of the club, curiosity overcoming her fear. The rooms blurred into a kaleidoscope of sensation, each darker, more intoxicating than the last. Evelyn lost herself in the music, the intoxicating freedom of anonymity. The woman in the mask remained her constant companion, her touch a brand against Evelyn's skin. "Drink," the woman whispered, pressing a silver goblet into Evelyn's hand. "Taste the nectar of the gods." The liquid burned down Evelyn's throat, a searing heat that spread through her veins like wildfire. It tasted of power, of desire, of something ancient and forbidden. The room seemed to shift, the shadows twisting into grotesque shapes as if alive and mocking her. The seductive masks that hid the other patrons began to slip, revealing a glimpse of the horrors beneath, their true monstrous forms. Their eyes, no longer human, burned with a cold reptilian hunger, a predatory gaze that sent shivers down her spine. Panic seized Evelyn. She stumbled back, the intoxicating allure of the room replaced by a primal fear, her heart pounding in her chest. The woman in the mask laughed, the sound sharp and cruel, echoing through the dark room like a sinister melody. "Did you think paradise came without a price?" she hissed, her voice no longer seductive but cold and sharp as shattered glass cutting through the air. Evelyn watched in horror as her own reflection in the silver goblet twisted, her features morphing, her eyes turning a chilling, inhuman yellow, a grotesque transformation. The Velvet Room, she realized with dawning horror, was not a playground but a hunting ground, a place of nightmares, and she had just become the prey, trapped in a web of terror. Gap 3S. Evelyn's heart raced as she navigated the labyrinthine corridors of the Velvet Room, her breath quickening with each step. Each turn seemed to lead her deeper into the darkness, the walls closing in like a vice, suffocating her with their oppressive presence. She could hear the whispers of the patrons, their voices a haunting melody that echoed in her mind, growing louder with every step. Desperation clawed at her, urging her to find an exit, to escape the suffocating grip of the shadows. Suddenly she stumbled upon a hidden door, its surface cold and unyielding, a glimmer of hope in the darkness. With a trembling hand she pushed it open, revealing a narrow passageway bathed in a dim flickering light. She didn't hesitate for a moment. She ran, her footsteps echoing in the silence, the sound a constant reminder of her urgency. The Velvet Room was behind her, but the memory of its horrors would haunt her forever, a shadow she could never fully escape. Evelyn emerged into the night, the cool air a stark contrast to the oppressive atmosphere of the Velvet Room. She collapsed onto the pavement, her body trembling with exhaustion and fear. The city lights seemed distant, a reminder of the normalcy she had left behind. She knew she could never speak of what she'd witnessed, the horrors too surreal to be believed, but as she looked up at the night sky, she made a silent vow. She would uncover the truth behind the velvet room, no matter the cost. The hunt had begun, and she was determined to find answers.